didn't save my entire video that I just recorded. It got messed up as soon as I was like done. So I'm skipping to the part where the shit hits the fan in the video because I'm exhausted. So I'm gonna skip to that and skip all the stuff leading up to it. And I'm just gonna really hit the points, I think, the main points of this breakdown, I guess you would call it. Skip. So this is where we're gonna start. There's a lot of other stuff and things people have already said. I'm not even gonna bother on that because by not bothering on that is how I got to this. Haven't been able to find anything, which is why I feel like I have to make the video. Watch Hunter, okay? Listen to Charlie and watch Hunter.
Muhammad did not rise from the dead. Muhammad was a child molesting, warmongering man.
The amount of time that Hunter boasts this finger gun in Charlie's face is insane. Charlie looks directly at him. They're looking at each other, making eye contact right now. Guess who isn't looking? Any of the guards. They know he just moved. They know he just made a big move. I have a feeling that they're all in on it together, and so they're trying to ignore it and not look in that direction at all. Because this dumb kid just did this shit. If they were doing their job, they would have instantly looked at him and tried to assess the situation of, did this kid just pull a gun out? You're a guard. You wouldn't just be standing there not looking. A big move like that and is pointing in the direction of Charlie, and that is the man you are here to protect. You are supposed to be looking instantly at that person, and we know you could. We all have peripheral vision. We know that you can see, and we know that Terrell can see him. So everybody can see him doing this, including Terrell. Terrell's not looking because he's just shocked right now. Please, God, tell me he's not doing this. He's looking at him like, did you really just do this? What did you do? And of course, Hunter's smiling, so Terrell knows that he did something very bad that would blow their cover. Terrell saw it out of the corner of his eye, and he's just confirming, did you just point a finger gun at him? Hunter, right now, is going to look away because obviously Terrell's disapproval is extremely uncomfortable for him. So he looks away and turns, and he's like kind of laughing, but it's kind of not funny too. You just got in trouble. Like, it's like your dad is across the room disappointed in you and what you just did, and you're in trouble. Play one more time, see. All right. And so he's seeking, Hunter's seeking for comfort anywhere. Yeah, you're cool. We're awesome. Way to boast about what we're about to do. Terrell is over here just processing what has just happened. Watch Terrell process this. Oh my God, he really did this. He literally is like, I can't fucking believe he just did this. He really did that. I need to tell somebody. Come here. Who? Him right there? Cameraman comes up and he points over there. Wrong direction. I think he's asking, who just did that? And like, him, this person over here. Terrell's like, no. Sees Hunter is looking right at them. He's about to get snitched on. That's uncomfortable. So he looks around like, let me tell you. And then he leans in closer and he says, him, right there. And he nods. How am I gonna leave that out? She makes an X with her hands and then taps her left shoulder, which is the same side Charlie was shot on. Back to what we were talking about. See, he just pointed right there. This guy right here. And then Terrell looks and he's like, yeah, And then he looks out. Okay, so the guy is coming up here. I'm gonna try to let you see it up close, but it moves around a lot. He pointed. Him right there, he said that. Around. Just come here. I'm gonna like, you know how you'll be talking about somebody and they come up and they ask this person, but you don't want anybody to know, and so you scan the room and then you step in closer and you're like right there. Because they're literally right there. He finds out who it is and instantly hides behind the camera because Hunter's looking right at them. Terrell's standing there making eye contact with him. Yep. Nodded. Now he's gonna bitch about it. He's gonna bitch and complain for a minute. So he's going over, and what is so important, do you see him looking right now? Terrell is looking directly at the camera. This camera. The camera that is overseeing the entire event and definitely just caught that on camera. And he is not happy. So he even further can't believe it. And he's going to show you that. Very obviously. He's going to very obviously show you that. He isn't even trying to hide it anymore. He isn't even trying to keep his cool. He has absolutely lost it. That the FBI isn't looking into this is blowing my mind. There's a whole camera all the way up there catching everything. He's just shaking his head like, I cannot believe it. And there's a whole camera looking. And now he's seeking for somebody to tell about this camera and about this kid. And about how they're all freaking screwed. Oh, hello there. Hello there, Blake Neff. I think it is. I think it's Blake. I don't know who that is. But hello. I just want to shake your hand before I tell you that we're all fucking screwed. Alright, 2 seconds. And you wouldn't believe what just happened. This guy over here. He literally put his finger up, like he literally blew our cover. He put a finger gun in Charlie's face, and there is a camera out there. Him, right there, that guy. And he's gonna go, and there's a camera right there. And this is so important. This is the most important part that you're like, okay, this is exactly what is happening. This whole scenario is what's going on. Because Mikey McCoy says, shh, with his finger on his mouth. Like, so he shushes him 3 or 4 times with his finger up to his mouth. They're all a bunch of idiots. Actually, no, this is important. So we're going to zoom out. I'm so glad this got caught on camera. So freaking glad. You see it? He said shh, shh, shh. So Mikey's like, shut up. Now you're gonna blow our cover because you're sitting here screaming about what he did in front of everybody. Be quiet about it and move on. He just can't move on. He just can't let it go. He should have just stood there, and there would be any other freaking way to put it. There would be any other way to put it if he just stood there and let it go. But he had to communicate it to absolutely every single person around him and just be so animated about it. So right here, he's going to turn back, and the cameraman, you'll see his mouth move. The cameraman is going to ask him where the camera is, and he is going to look directly at the camera and nod his head up at it like he's pointing with his direction, face. He says, "Where's the camera?" And he's like, "Right there." Nod. And now the cameraman is looking at the camera. And he wants to turn around and bitch about it some more. Like, yeah, the camera's literally right there. He is just... And he starts hiding behind his camera. So he finds out, hides behind his camera, and then peeks out the other side like nobody is gonna even notice this. I can't get over how stupid it is. Really, it's dumb. And the fact that we are even questioning if anybody else was in on it is insane to me. He looks at that kid and makes a face like... So he's looking right at Hunter and making a face. And he's taking a picture of him. This kid has a perfect picture of Terrell with his panties in a bunch. Or a video. I would love to see the video. Wonder how long he was recording there. So now Charlie's ending it, and you guys have seen everything on the other side. I'm just going to show you what I've seen while continuing to watch this play out.
In your journey of faith, show me the core evidence of why you believe in core evidence of why.
Do you see? I think it's Blake Neff. I don't know. Somebody said it was Blake Neff, and that's why I think it. But the guy in the blue shirt right here,
Show me the core evidence of why.
I don't know, but not important because that's the first time I've even seen that, so I haven't even analyzed that at all. So now everybody's getting ready. He's done bitching. He's trying to get his head in the game here.
Evidence of why you believe it. You believe specifically archaeology.
And the cameraman went back and he came forward, and where's that camera footage? Because I swear to God, he is not doing anything with this camera. The camera's like a prop. So he's whispering something to him. Terrell whispers something to the cameraman. He's making like a hand motion again that I just feel like is something to do with the mic. The mic on Charlie, something like that. So here, I feel like he's asking about it, how it works, if it's you, are you sure it's all ready? Are you sure it's Good. And he goes, yeah, it's right here. It's right in there. Or he's telling him where the SD card is to take out. I don't know, but he's like, it's right in there. Again, so once again, he does the mic. What is in there that has to do with the mic or whatever, the necklace, the mic, I don't know, whatever the thing is that they are all symboling. Everybody, everywhere is symboling. And whatever has to do with it is inside of this thing, and he's showing him it and putting it back. He hasn't done anything with this camera the whole time. It's been like a prop, and now this is happening. And it's important because he slides something sideways across.
And he is Lord.
So he put something in and slid it over. After pulling it out and showing him whatever's in there, then he pulled something out of the camera and slid it in somewhere. Here comes this guy, and he is going to do the same exact mic thing. The cross, the mic, I don't know, but he takes his two fingers, makes the same shape on his chest. Like dead symbol, like a over, out, done. That's it. It's quit, done, dead. Means something like that. Now the mic is starting to mess up, so he turns this thing on, even points like towards Charlie. Like, why is he... It's on his chest, and then he does like a shoot out thing. Shoot out, cut. And then he looks at the camera again. Because you're standing here. Okay, he already did the... Back here, when he did the symbol. He did the symbol, and now he looks at the camera and realizes he just did the symbol, and there's a camera. He forgot. Looks at the camera, realizes there's a camera. Duh, I forgot. So when it comes down to this guy coming out and doing the same symbol, he looks at the camera. Maybe he told him there's a camera, and then he froze. Could also be the mic is messing up and that made him freeze. I think it's a combination of all of that.
Yeah, this is working. Hey, Charlie. Hey, hopefully we're gonna have a little bit more disagreement.
He snapped out of it because everybody started pushing him out of the way and stuff. And anyways, back to this. I gotta keep this bigger now because a lot of things are about to happen. Okay, so Hunter's going in, Dan is saying something to him. I think it's about like keeping the mic away from him. So now the mic is being weird ever since that thing turned on and they switched people. So maybe that thing turned on. And then that guy turned a receiver on in his pocket or something. And everybody's turned their things on. And now the mic is acting wild. Okay, so they're telling him...
Hello. Yeah, this is working. Hey, Charlie.
Okay, so he's about to make love to the microphone. Like, I don't know what bro is doing over here, but he is literally dancing with the mic.
Hey, hopefully we're gonna have a little bit more disagreement.
The mic is messing up again.
Hi, yeah, so just wanted to...
He comes over here and tells him to put it down, and I think he even does that symbol of the chest symbol again right here.
Weeks ago.
So put it down. And they put it so far away for him to put it down, which is why he's not putting it down. He always puts it down, but he's not because it's so far away now to put it down on the table. He practically has to lean all the way over to put it down, and it's still going.
A few weeks ago there was a transgender mass shooter, and ever since then, about 3...
Over here, watch the cameraman that put something in his camera step away.
later, the Trump DOJ said...
This girl comes up, see the girl with the green phone? She comes up to take a picture, okay? And now Mikey gets his phone up and takes a picture too. So everybody's ready for the moment.
we should start talking about revoking gun rights for transgender Americans.
He adjusts, I don't know if you've seen that, but just before the cameraman walks away, he adjusts something on the camera.
Revoking gun rights for transgender...
So he was waiting for them to do whatever they needed to do for him to come over here and adjust whatever he is adjusting. He steps away. Oh yeah, he takes his sunglasses off.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Too many.
They're whispering things to each other here.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Too many.
So that girl wants them to move so she can take a picture, and Mikey got his phone up.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right?
Did you hear that? There was a click. It's kind of loud click. I don't know where it came from, and I would like to know to debunk my theory here. Debunked many of my own theories, and if I could just find out where this click came from, that would probably help a lot. But there was a click, and immediately after the click, there's a very unique sound. And if you remember, the camera beeped when he turned it on. And I just realized this while I was watching this just now, that the camera beeped. Maybe it was the camera. Beeped when he turned it on. Now watch everybody. This girl over here is going to put her camera down like it didn't happen. Mikey puts his camera down like it didn't happen. There's a TPUSA girl here in the ponytail, right under the L in Blake. She turns around like, oh great, it didn't happen. Like, oh man. And everybody acts like it didn't happen.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gangs?
The click happens right here, and then the sound that is like a dinging, like an error sound.
You know how many mass shooters there have been?
I don't know if that's relevant. That could have been somebody's phone. I've tried to research what it is, and what I got was that it's a unique sound that usually is for errors. This happens and nothing happens. The girl walks away. Mikey puts his phone down, kind of like starts going, what just happened here? It didn't work. I'm gonna have to go over there and fix it.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Terrell is whispering something to the cameraman, and the cameraman's going over to, like, I think, fix something that went wrong. Because if you look at each person when this happens, including the person under the L, the one puts the camera down, Mikey puts the camera down, the girl under the L turns around and looks bummed, and then he's walking over to the camera to fix it. Dan is looking at Mikey and trying to figure out what to do, I guess, getting permission to do something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's looking at Mikey, and that's when he does the hand movement. So let's focus on the cameraman, though, because somebody is going to yell, "Stay there!" And that's when it actually happens.
Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
So somebody was telling, I don't know why it zoomed in like this, but if you go back,
Too many.
Dan looks over at Mikey, like, first look at her. You're gonna hear the ding ding ding, and then the click, and then the ding ding ding, and she is gonna look super bummed.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
She looked bummed. Look at her. She's done with it. She was done. She's walking away. It didn't happen. She's pissed. Now, if we watch him, he's looking around at people like... I can't get over Terrell's actually looking at the camera right now. But watch Dan, who there's now an angle that I've seen where he looks over at Mikey, and Mikey's looking at him, and Mikey nods.
Right, I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
So he does a motion with his arm because I think maybe it's a motion camera. So he does this motion with his arm and it triggers something.
Over the last 10 years. Counting or not counting gang violence? Great. Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
But do you know what that move is for me? And when I seen him do it the first time, I'm like, that's literally what I do. For me, that is getting my camera to turn on. My motion detector cameras, I'll be walking around my apartment and they won't record things if I'm too still. So say I want something recorded and like I don't want anybody to know that I want it recorded, I'll like do the same exact things with my arm. Like pull up footage of me doing it probably yesterday. Getting my camera to work so it can record what is currently happening in the conversation that I'm having with somebody in my apartment. I'm just saying. I can't. I forgot. I was gonna say we could look at that together, but it's not here, so because it zooms into Dan fucking Flood, bro. It just has to zoom into Dan fucking Flood. I don't know if there's footage out there of it not zooming in or... So that's my breakdown, and that's not even all of it. That's just the main story. You can look at every individual person now, and it's not over either. Hold on, I forgot. I almost forgot one of the most important parts. So they've been directing with thumbs up the entire time, these kids. So I was like, where the heck did he go? And as we know now, he already was seen use names. Hunter was already seen practicing what he's doing right here. So I saw a thing where Hunter is literally practicing doing the same thing with his hands on his head before. And he claims that somebody was telling him something stupid, and that's a little bit that he does when somebody tells him something stupid and he's being sarcastic. So he hides. It's important to note that he moved from there all the way back to there. Because, and see, he's moving here, so we all know he's fine. His friend knows he's okay. He goes back into this fetal position, this acting position. And his friend goes, "Did we get him?" "Yeah, got him." That's the same thumbs up they've been giving to everybody this whole time. And his friend already knows that he's fine. I just seen that now. Him looking back the first time and letting him see that he's okay. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. He could be asking him, "Hey, are you okay?" And him saying, "Yeah, I'm okay." But still, he saw him move all the way over there, so he knows he's okay. But now that I saw that, I know he already knows he's okay, and this is him asking if they got him. And they did. And then he rolls back. He's trying to peek around. And he's like, "Let's go." So they go. But the thing is, they go, and he just walks the whole way. When he comes out, that's him right there at the telephone pole. So people are running around him, and he's just walking. Later on in a picture, when the whole place is empty, he ends up over here looking at the ground looking for stuff by himself. So what is going on with this kid? The FBI isn't going to do anything. They're going to pretend like we don't see this. For real, this shit is stupid. And that's not even the beginning. That's not even all of it.